Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we are going to be reviewing Animosity issue 6. So, before we start into the comic, I just want to say I love this cover. Very Lake Placid-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I love this cover. So, jumping right on into the story, we get to see these same hooded, strange individuals that we're talking about wanting to take Jessie away. They may or may not be human. Of course, Jessie and the animals that she has, Betsy and Palace Cat, are ready for him, and they go to battle. It's kind of funny because Jessie knows how to throw down, surprisingly, and there's a little bit of a speed going on. Of course, Sander and the others, they're still hunting for that one friend of theirs that was taken. That's why he's not involved in this, if you remember that at all. But during their fight, fire is thrown at Jessie, and she's saying, "You're a dragon." So, continuing on deep in the woods, we get to see Sander and the rest of the brigade that is currently hunting for their friend that was taken from them. And they're discussing whether or not dragons exist, because apparently his brother says that it was a dragon that took their friend, and whether or not he can actually breathe fire, if he can fly, all these different things. And the guys are talking about whether or not dragons exist, and basically they're coming up to a good old shut up moment. So they get a grenade thrown at them. Thankfully, one of their friends, the deer, bounces it off of an antler, and it gets chucked right back at him. Oh no, wait, that deer's just a badass. He just flipped it right off his hook, right off his little antler. That's awesome. Okay, that deer's way cooler than what I thought he was. But continuing on, we get to see Jessie dealing with issues. She's been taken during this whole craziness going on and everything, and while she was unconscious, she's remembering her mother and a conversation that they had, and it's very heartbreaking for her when she wakes up and she finds herself in this very dangerous situation. And she comes face to face with this large carnivorous bird who is stating that it is a dragon, and that Jessie is going to help them. Jessie is going to help feed them. So this dragon bird and all of his friends want Jessie to help feed them by bringing all of her friends to them. So she reaches into her bag and she pulls out a can of food and says that she's willing to share because, it's Jessie. And she's saying there's enough for everyone that they can share. And the bird tells her that that's not good enough. So he orders for her to be strung up like the others. So Jessie, being quick on her feet, fights the individuals that would have taken her. And they get pulled out of a suit. You've come to find out these aren't even humans. They're a number of frogs, snakes, a couple squirrels, a badger, and a couple what look to be... Are those cranes, Beb? I think they're cranes. But...
Crane, stork, I don't know.
Stork, crane, whatever.
Some avian variety.
They're large birds. But...
They aren't that big.
They're kind of large compared to her.
I guess she's a little girl.
That's a big bird, honey. That's a big bird.
Yeah,
but
so is Sesame Street.
Moving on, this big fiery bird, I'm not entirely sure how he's able to breathe fire, but he's breathing fire, and he ends up killing one of his own. And all the individuals rush to the bird's body, screaming, "Feed!" And then the quote-unquote dragon bird goes after Jessie himself. He actually does injure her, cutting up her back a little bit. And she manages to get through a small hole and hides into another room. And finally, Bessie and Pallas charge through a wall and they get to her. And then we get to see the horrifying reality of what this group was actually doing. We also get to find out what happened to their friend that was taken. They're getting strung up and they're going to be eaten. So I'm pretty sure they're all already dead. But Betsy and Pallas all tell her not to look up. So, harsh reality of Animosity is food is pretty scarce and you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, yeah, it's been a really good read so far. Give me a like if you like this review, comment below, and tell me whether or not you're reading Animosity and if you're enjoying it as much as I am. Subscribe to my channel for more comic book content or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.